I'm Fraser Cain, the publisher of Universe Today. Let's look close to home, in orbit around the planet at the International Space Station. A piece of bare metal in space under constant sunlight can get as hot as 260 degrees Celsius. This is dangerous to astronauts who have to work outside the station. If they need to handle bare metal, they wrap it in special coatings or blankets to protect themselves. And yet in the shade, an object will cool down to minus 100 degrees Celsius. Astronauts can experience vast differences in temperature between the side facing the sun and the side in shadow. Their spacesuits compensate using heaters and cooling systems.
The next question from Marcia Dunn at Associated Press.
Marcia Dunn, AP. What was going through your mind? How amazed were you to see your roadster up there with Starman just cruising along with the Blue Planet? And how long will we be getting live views, do you think, from the car?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible.
A piece of bare metal in space under constant sunlight can get as hot as 260 degrees Celsius.
And but we didn't really test any of those materials for, is it space hardened or whatever, So it just has the same seats that like a normal car has. It's just literally a normal car in space, which I kind of like the absurdity of that.
A piece of bare metal in space under constant sunlight can get as hot as 260 degrees Celsius.
But we didn't really test any of those materials for, is it space hardened or whatever, So it just has the same seats that like a normal car has. It's just literally a normal car in space.
This is how hot it is in Italy. The car has melted. It's actually melted everything, the mirror, the lights, the indicators, the plastic off the side. Unbelievable. Back of the lights. Now that's off.
This is London's latest hotspot. In the middle of the city's bustling heart, a bizarre beam of light radiates onto the street. Powerful, dazzling, and searingly hot. The cause of this phenomenon? This 37-story tower. Once known as the Walkie-Talkie, it's been renamed as the Walkie-Scorchy. The half-built building's curved construction has had an unfortunate effect.
If you look up, you can see that it's curved. And so that's a vast area up there, and it's collecting a lot of solar energy. Now, if that was to go out in all directions, it wouldn't really matter. But it's focusing down onto a point, and it's focusing down here. So all that solar energy is getting pushed down here, and the temperatures down there are getting really, really high.
So high it managed to record a temperature of an astonishing 92.6 degrees Celsius.
Well, the sun has started to come out and it's already hitting the building behind me, and already you can feel quite an intense heat here.
Anything in the direct glare of the reflection can literally go up in smoke. It damaged this car parked nearby. It's caused carpets to smolder, tiles to smash. It's so hot you can even fry an egg and singe your hair trying.
Ah, it's hot.
Just as you march through, you really feel the heat. It's quite intense.
Guess where are you coming through?
The tan.
Well, here we go. Stay all afternoon.
Yeah, it is quite hot here, yes.
The designers say the problem is the current elevation of the sun. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, weather permitting, it will shine directly onto the building. While they say they're working on the problem, the worst of it lasts for just 2 hours, and it's during one of the busiest times in the day, lunchtime. It's certainly too much for Londoners used to murkier climes. Best to keep calm and keep covered. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, London.
A piece of bare metal in space under constant sunlight can get as hot as 260 degrees Celsius.
Which I kind of like the absurdity of that. And if you look closely, on the dashboard, there's a tiny roadster with a tiny spaceman. So, because Hot Wheels made a Hot Wheels roadster, and a friend of mine suggested, hey, why don't you put that Hot Wheels roadster with a tiny spaceman on the, in the car too? Like, that'd be cool. Sure. So we did that. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake.